Hello, fellow gamers. Panther here. Another rant. And I was going to do the whole Battlefront 2 microtransactions pay to win rant, but we covered that well in the podcast. So if you want to listen to that, just check out the link in the description for a link to all the podcasts that we've done. Um, yeah, so one thing that's starting to, I see a big trend in is now is these pre order bonuses, or should I say pre order advantages. So I don't have an issue with pre-ordering games. I do it. If anyone is listen to the podcasts or maybe even a rant, I may have mentioned it. I live in Canada, so the games here are fucking expensive. $80 a game. I mean, I know the exchange rate and the whole thing, but it does make a difference. It's still $80 out of my pocket versus $60 that the Americans pay. So anything that's new games are all $80, and then you get the extra packages like the deluxe edition is $100, and then the extreme deluxe editions are like 120 or more. So during E3 this year, Amazon and Walmart, both in Canada, done a boatload of pre-order sales, 30% off. I jumped on a lot of pre-orders, and pre-orders you don't pay for them until they ship. But at least whenever you do the pre-orders for physical copies, I can't remember 100% sure how the pre-orders work for Sony. I do believe it's the same way for the digitals, but at least with a hard copy, if I pre-order, I can go back and cancel it, or if it shows up, I can return it without opening it and not worry and get my money back. So people shit on people for pre-ordering. I pre-order to save a lot of money, and some of the pre-order bonuses you get are fine. I don't have a problem with a single player game getting pre-order bonuses, especially early access to the game. If it's a single player game and it comes out on a Tuesday, but if you can pre-order and get it the Friday before, or it comes out Friday and you can pre-order Tuesday, I don't care. It's a single player game. I don't really care. When it comes to multiplayer games, getting early access, 2 to 4 to 3 to even like a week early, depending on like betas, I don't give a shit about. Access to betas for pre-ordering, that's a mute point. I don't really give a fuck. It's the fact that more and more games, especially multiplayer games, are basically selling pre-order advantages. I mean, we're going to get into Battlefront 2 in a moment, but I'm going to do MLB The Show's 18, and I'm going to do Call of Duty World War 2 first. I mean, World War 2 is already out, Battlefront 2 is already out, and MLB 18 is not coming out until next year, but here it is, just already on the PlayStation Store. You can pre-order from the PlayStation Store and get early access, 4-day early access. Well, MLB 18 is not just single player. It has a multiplayer, so it has an online, and it has an online market. So anyone that gets the game early gets their packs early, gets their stubs early, because all the pre-order bonuses, some of them have like a massive amount of packs and a massive amount of those stubs. Included stubs is their online market, and people have and can buy stubs. You can pay to win with MLB The Show. You can pay money, get stubs, and buy great cards to have for your online team. It's not all in-game purchase. It's in-game purchase, but you can actually pay real money to buy cards, which are players to play the game. So right off the bat, you get it 4 days early. So right off the bat, 4 days you get to play, and it doesn't say it's restricted access for 4 days. It's not like it's only single player. So for 4 days you get to play online. So you get to build your team, you get to put cards on the market, you get to make in-game money, and possibly help inflate prices before anyone else buys the game 4 days later. Complete and utter fucking bullshit. I got pissed off with the game last year. They made changes to it. I didn't like it. The game played a lot different than 16. I love 16. I played the shit of it. 17, I regretted my purchase big time. I get angry, and I covered it before. I angry tweeted the devs and everything else. I'm not even going to buy the game this year. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm voting my wallet, and I think more and more people need to do this. So, like I said, the rewards like the extra stubs and the packs, I don't really care, even though they can be used in multiplayer. That's fine. Whatever. It's still a bit of a too big of a bonus in my mind, but it's to get people to pre-order. That's fine. But the early access is starting to really be a shining, or not a shining, but a fucking mark on the gaming industry in my mind, especially when it's multiplayer. So they get 4 days advantages online to build their team and to work the market. So that's their advantage. So we're going to go to Call of Duty World War 2. So I don't think from this article from IGN that I'm looking at, I don't think that you can you didn't get the game early. I know there was early access to the beta and all that shit. I don't care. All players who pre-order Call of Duty World 2 will receive a multiplayer upgrade, which grants access to weapon unlock token. This token can be traded for any weapon of a player's choice in multiplayer mode, potentially netting a first-time player an advantage weapon early in the game. So it is pre-order to win. Now, it's not just fucking pay to win. It's pre-order advantages, not pre-order bonuses. It's not just skins. It's not just, some extra upgrades or a different looking uniform or a new helmet or, whatever. It's, you can trade in an a pre-order bonus token to get an upgraded weapon at day one on multiplayer, giving you an advantage. So it's a pre-order advantage again. Now, we're going to move on to the piece de resistance here, folks. The fucking Battlefront 2 pre-order bonuses. So, if you pre-order the Trooper Deluxe Edition, you get upgrades. You get Elite Officer upgrades. You get a bunch of heavy metal upgrade pack. You get a bunch of packs, a bunch of loot boxes. You get scope modifications. You get a whole. I mean, you get some stuff that's not exclusive, themes and etc. But you get a bunch of bonuses. I know a friend of mine who pre-ordered the Trooper Deluxe Edition, and like I said, all the bonus stuff he opened, he was like he had a level 7 sniper before he even really played the game. And plus, again, so you get a whole bunch of bonuses in multiplayer for pre-ordering the game. So, and you also get early access. So you're playing it 3 days early. So 3 days early, then you get 3 days, then you get a bunch of bonuses on top of that. So for 3 days, you're online, ranking up your characters, getting up loot boxes or whatever, upgrades and star cards and crystals and just all the currency in game, all the upgrading model, the whole thing. For 3 days, you start out with the bonus. Then the 3 days you're already online. So 3 days later, I jump online after buying my copy. I didn't buy a copy. I pre-ordered, but it hasn't arrived yet, thanks to the fucking shipping delay. So, if I had got it on Friday, and I decided to keep it, if I did, I haven't decided yet. But if I decide to keep it, I jump online. I'm already at a fucking disadvantage jumping online because everybody else who pre-ordered, they already got bonuses right off the bat to upgrade their online characters. Then they also got 3 days of access to learn maps, to learn strategy, and to upgrade their fucking characters. So, there you go. I mean, there's other games that do that. There's other games that give you early access to it, but it's becoming a fucking trend. People are getting pissed at microtransactions and the pay to win. Microtransactions, if it's cosmetic, I don't care. Pre-order bonuses, if it's cosmetic, I don't care. Pre-order bonuses that become pre-order advantages in multiplayer games, including fucking upgrades and like the World War II one. Getting the fucking unlock a high level weapon day one, and the early access so you can play online, learn the maps, and get an advantage on new players that are coming into the game on launch day, official launch day, air quotes around official launch day. If they can pre-order a game, if they can get a game early access and put it out 3 days early, give it to fucking everybody on that date. Don't punish someone for not pre-ordering your game. It doesn't, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't help their bottom line. I mean, I know I pre-order and they don't get their money until the game launches. So they don't get the game to launch day anyway. So what's the fucking point of all these cockamamie fucking bonuses that they're giving out? Advantages. I'm not even calling it bonus anymore. It's pre-order advantages. They need to change the name of them. Because I said, if it's a pre-order and it's cosmetic stuff, or even if it's advantages, but it's in single player, like if you get like in Horizon Zero Dawn, you got like a little bit of an upgraded bow, and then maybe I think it was upgraded outfit. Who cares? It's single player. It doesn't affect anybody else but your game. So pre-order advantages in multiplayer games is another thing that needs to stop, and it's just becoming more and more of a trend. And it's definitely gonna, like I said, I pre-order to save money during like usually big E3 sales. So once a year I do a pre-order. I pre-order a bunch of games. I already return some that I didn't play. So it doesn't make a difference to me. I don't lose money. I don't give the money to the developers until the game launches, and I return them so they don't get my money anyways. So, yeah, it's pre-order fucking bonuses. Actually, sorry, pre-order advantages needs to stop. I mean, yes, microtransactions and pay to win are a fucking pain in the ass, especially with the Battlefront 2 debacle that went on for a week and a half on Reddit. But It's people need to stick up and stand up and say, look, you need to stop with the pre-order advantages in multiplayer games. It's just fucking stop. Stop ruining fucking games and stop giving people who don't pre-order a disadvantage. It's just not fucking fair.